After Avengers Endgame, Marvel finished with their two main heroes, Captain America and Iron Man. As you know, Iron Man sacrificed himself in the final battle with Thanos to banish Thanos' army. On the other hand, Captain America stayed in the past, after returning all the Infinity Stones to their own timeline, and we saw his old self at the end of the film. And he gave the mission of being Captain America to Sam Wilson, which we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But due to the rise of Kang the Conqueror in Avengers 5, we can see Steve Rogers in Avengers the Kang Dynasty. Of course, Marvel doesn't want to bring back Captain permanently to his old role in the team, but they can bring him back from another timeline or another universe. Here's how. But you might ask, wouldn't that ruin his story at the end of the Avengers 4? Such a move would strip him of his perfect happy ending in Avengers Endgame. The truth that he finally got to dance with Peggy and spend the rest of his life with her after being denied a chance in Captain America the First Avenger was handled brilliantly. After everything Steve had to go through in 3 solos and a 4 Avengers film, the reward he received seemed more than necessary. Marvel knows the risk they'd be taking if that version of Captain America returned, and is unlikely to make this mistake. A better approach would be to avoid this scenario entirely and retrieve an earlier version of him from the time stream. Time travel has become an important plot in the MCU as a result of Avengers Endgame. The Avengers now have the ability to travel through time thanks to the quantum dimension. It reappeared in Loki series that introduced the Time Variance Authority, which is a Marvel Comics organization tasked with regulating the main timeline. These developments open up a variety of new possibilities for the MCU's future, as there's no telling where or when Marvel could go. It could bring back long-dead villains, Marvel comic characters from the past or the future. In short, the storytelling potential of time travel includes everyone, of course, except for all characters who are played by past actors. Captain America was thought to be one of those characters. With him no longer living in the modern era, he'd be at the top of the list of heroes the MCU should visit in a time-traveling adventure. However, all of Chris Evans' promises about being finished with Captain America seem to rule that out. That may no longer be the case. If Cap returns, time travel is the most obvious and best way for it to work. Marvel shouldn't have to look far for a reason to bring Steve back from another time in his life. Kang will be appearing in Ant-Man 3 after the Loki series. If this is the extent of Marvel's plans for one of the greatest threats the Avengers have ever faced after Thanos, it would be a setback. He is far too big and dangerous a villain to be covered in a single confrontation with Ant-Man and the Wasp. Even though he was only a human in the comics, his attempts to conquer the modern world would usually need a larger gathering of superheroes. The MCU must follow comics in order to do Kang fairness. For a crossover film like Avengers 5, a character on his level must be treated as a major villain. Kang, as a character who can travel anywhere in time, is more than capable of assembling the forces required to take on Earth's mightiest heroes. He could go back in time and get all the powerful threats they faced in the past, or even alternate universe villains they've never met. Kang could build an army in this manner, so the only way the MCU's Avengers team can counter this strategy is to fight fire with fire. In Avengers Forever, a Marvel Comics miniseries, we see kind of a model for how they might deal with Kang. In the comic, Rick Jones got various Avengers from various time periods in their lives, using a mysterious power known as the Destiny Force. To achieve the same goal in the MCU, the Avengers could use the Quantum Realm instead of the Destiny Force. They could travel back in time to find the heroes they need to defeat Kang. Captain America, whose leadership is incomparable in the MCU, would be an excellent choice among those heroes. The Avengers could visit him at various times to bring him to their own timeline. They could go back to World War II, bring him out of the ice after 1945, or find him between the Avengers and Endgame, or even use America Chavez to find Captain America from other universes. Regardless of when Captain America joins the team, he has the potential to add some exciting moments to the fight against Kang. In Marvel Comics, Kang and Captain America have had some memorable battles that would be great to see adapted to the big screen in Avengers 5. That was it for this video. If you have different thoughts, let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.